today are just going to be simple like this. Use the pencil and plot the reflection of point A across the y-axis. The hardest part is remembering which axis. Which one's the y? This one's up and down. They're labeled, guys. They're labeled. So I'm going to put the pencil on point A, and I'm going to go, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get to the y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the other side, and then I can check it. Okay, so some are very, very simple. Now, this one you got to read carefully. Point A is shown below. Reflect A across the x-axis, then reflect it across the y-axis. Plot the final point. Only plot the final point in your answer. So this time we have to do two reflections. First, it says across the x. Which one's the x? Okay, so if I go from A, they go 1, 2, 3 to the x, 1, 2, 3 above. I'm going to put a point there so I don't forget where it is. Then it tells me I have to go across the y-axis. So now I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But the directions tell you can only have one point plotted, so I got to go back and erase this one. Does that make sense? I would put it on there so that you know where you got to be, but you got to erase it before you check your answer. All right, this one you guys did before with a large dot. The figure below has a point marked with a large dot. First, reflect the figure across the x-axis, then we got to give the points. Let's go talk about where this point is. Somebody raise your hand and tell me where that dot is. Bryce? Careful. -5, -7. Okay? So -5, -7. Now, in order to get it to reflect, you have to pick which reflection you want. X-axis, which one did you guys tell me is the x-axis? This one. So you're going to pick this button here. And it's going to give you a line, and it says place the line. So you go to the x-axis, you click, and it flips it for you. See that? Now, where is the new point now? -5, +7. And we check. And it says, good job. Okay. If I'm going across the y-axis, what happens? Courtney? The x changes. So 7, -9 across the y-axis, Bryce, is over the y-axis. What's my new point? -7, -9. Don't change the y, only change the x. Now go back to the original. We're going to change the x-axis. Marilyn? 7 and +9. That's like what was on the back of your page there. This one's the same thing, just asking you to have a point there. Ooh, this guy. Okay, same thing. I would do all your lines, get your points. We're going across the x, count, and then you'll have to trace them. I think you'll be okay on that. All right, this is the last one I want, and I actually have it typed in here so it's easier to see. So they tell us in the coordinate plane, the points A, B, and C are here. And we've reflected over the x-axis. I want to know what the coordinates of A prime, B prime, C prime. This is what we just talked about. So if it goes over the x-axis, what changes? The y. Okay? Tegan, tell me where A prime is going to be. If I go over the x-axis, my y coordinate changes. So where am I going to end up? If I'm going over the x-axis, my y coordinate needs to change. Which of those numbers is my y coordinate? Okay, so don't change -8, but -6 is going to become +6. Brody, what's my B prime? Excellent job. And Zayden, what's my C prime? Very good. +4, -1. Okay? The hour is yours to work. If you get done, find other homework to work on. I believe you have a science test today. Yes, those of you that have Mrs. Brought. So you can always study for that. You have a history test too? No. A history assignment. So you have other homework that you can work on. Rock and roll. Paper if you need to write anything down, and then turn it in when you're done.